There's one perfect person on planet Earth. Do you know his name?
Jesus.
Oh, dang. That was good. That was fast. You'd have to think about it. Yeah, there's only one perfect person. That's pretty wild.
Well, he's technically not a person on the earth. He's a spirit on the earth right now.
True. He can cover a lot
He
of
was on the earth.
Yes. Yeah, it's pretty wild when you think about it. Can you imagine like being one of his disciples or like knowing him like on a personal level?
Yeah.
All those years ago, that'd be pretty cool. So sometimes I hear these people say, so if you had one person you could meet, who would it be? And they usually like mention like some celebrity, right?
Yeah.
I remember being a kid going, man, if I had one person I could meet, because sometimes they mention celebrities that are dead. They've already
gone and are dead.
Yeah, they're gone. They're done for, right? So I'm like, man, it would be cool. Jesus, that would be a cool person to meet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
what did they say when you said that?
Well, I never said it. I always said if I was given the opportunity, because I would hear different ones like, hey, if you could meet one famous person, like who would it be? And they always like, maybe I'll say Michael Jordan or, I've never heard anybody really say anybody from the Bible necessarily, but like, man, Jesus in a sense. Yeah, he's still alive, right? But like to actually see him in person.
Like on earth, basically, though.
Right. He's not on earth, but that would be cool. That's how I used to think anyways. People used to ask me, I'd do a project for a celebrity and I would be asked, hey, do you want their signature, their autograph? And I'm like, no, I'm okay. So it's like, what you do is really not that important. It's how many people you help on planet Earth. That's really what it's all about, Even if you're a quote unquote nobody and you can help your neighbor do a couple things around their house, that's huge, and you've got that personality inside you to want to help. It's always cool when you see somebody on the side of the road and you want to give them some food, help somebody. What was that one story one day?
Oh, yeah. So there's a guy on the side of the road. Wait, well, I don't know which one you mean.
Well, just tell me of a story where there's been several that you want to help.
So there was, I'm just going to tell one because I only remember one. So he was on the side of the road near Chick-fil-A. We just got food. We were driving by and I was like, Mommy, can we go get food for that guy? Back at Chick-fil-A, we were just leaving basically. So we went back and got food and then we gave it to him and my mom wrote a note in there. I forget what it said though. It said something about me. I think I was like 5 or 6 there. I forget how old I was, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think she said like from Reagan, 5 or 6. I forget how old I was then.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It was a few years ago.
Yeah. And there's that story where you met someone at a weight loss place and you're asking if she was a Christian, right? And you wanted to go
get her a Bible.
Yeah. And so you scrounged up your money. And how'd the rest of that story go? Do you remember? You were really young.
Yeah, I gave her the Bible, then she started reading it, and then she got another Bible, I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure she ended up being a Christian, I forget. I think she retired from there though.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because I think Mama said that somebody took her place.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but that really touched her. She was really thrilled to get a Bible from a little kid that thought of her, And that's what's cool. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can do the smallest thing and it'd be a huge deal for somebody, So those are some cool stories. You remember the story about faith? Now that I'm actually talking to you, you asked me one time what faith was. Do you remember that?
No.
We were going through. Is it the only reason I'm thinking about is because
maybe if you talk more about it, I'll remember it.
Yeah. So we were in Chick-fil-A or at Chick-fil-A. We're getting ready to go through the drive-thru, and you go, Daddy.
I remember something briefly.
You're like, Daddy, what's faith? And I'm like, well, faith is kind of like we just ordered, and we have faith.
We have faith that they're gonna give us the food that we ordered.
Yep. And we're not gonna check on it. We're just gonna grab the bag and go. And you go, oh, that's what that is? And I go, yep. And you said, okay. Like you understood what faith was, right? It's kind of like Jesus and believing that there is a God, It's like, that's having faith, you know? One of the like cool things about Jesus is, so I've told different ones, and maybe I've talked about this, I don't know, on a podcast, is like, if someone said to me, if somebody told you Pop wasn't a real person, you would know that he was, right?
Yeah, like you've basically said this with your grandfather. I forget what his name was, but
yeah, I've said that about my granddad. Like, if someone said to me, "Oh, your granddad never lived, and you don't really love your granddad," I would say, "Excuse me," right?
Yeah.
And I don't have documentation that he ever really existed, right?
Yeah, you have pictures, but it could have been like a totally different person.
Correct. So, but the Bible is so cool because it's the most documented book in history in the world, in the entire world, right? And there's all this proof that Jesus is who he says he is. And if you believe, that's faith, right? So if you believe in him, one day you'll get past this crappy earth, devil's playground, and make it to heaven one day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've told a lot. You know what else is that one thing that I've heard at schools, like, as we listen to different music, like Forrest Frank and different ones, you start singing the songs at school.
Yeah.
And one of your classmates, I remember, I think we're at Clayton, we're at the fair.
Yeah, God is good all the time.
Yeah, he's like, Reagan, I've been listening to Forrest Frank. God is good. So you're like...
well, he has brain surgery and he's healing from that.
Oh, wow. Do you know how he's doing right now?
I'm pretty sure he's doing good. He's supposed to go to he went to a doctor's appointment, I'm pretty sure yesterday. And he's supposed to be in school, I think, this week.
Oh, wow. That was fast. So it sounds...
He's been out of school for like 3 weeks. Maybe, I don't know how long, but I think this week.
Wow.
His mom was talking to my teacher, talking about him. I don't know what she said, though.
Well, I'm glad. It sounds like he's doing good. He's going to recover quick.
Yeah.
So that's good. But you're a good little testimony. Wherever you go, you share the good news of Jesus. That's really cool. You got to keep doing that. Okay. Because a lot of young people, they don't know about God, especially today. When your grandparents were in school, they talk about God. They could pray in school. And now today in public schools, they don't do that anymore. It's like, you don't have a foundation.
Now you're not allowed to. If you do, you could get basically banned from the school.
Yeah. In most cases.
Even if you have a Bible.